Hello, I'm Jerry Spinelli, Production Horticulture Advisor with the University of California Cooperative Extension for San Diego for nurseries, floriculture, and controlled environment agriculture. This is the fifth and last video of a video series about leaching fraction. In the first video we have defined what it is. In the second and third videos we have shown two methods to measure it in the field. In the fourth video we have shown how to calculate the recommended leaching fraction based on the salinity of your irrigation water, and in this video we will show you how to calculate how much water you should apply to achieve that recommended leaching fraction. So let's go back to our number from video number 3, and we calculated that we applied 500 milliliters and the leachate was 125, and down here, based on those two numbers, we calculated the leaching fraction. So if 500 milliliters were applied to this container and 125 leached out, it means that the quantity of water retained in the substrate in the container was the difference between the two. So 375 milliliters. So this is the quantity that the substrate retained, and this is the quantity that you should apply if you were applying a leaching fraction of 0. In other words, if your irrigation water had no salts whatsoever, then you wouldn't have to apply more water in order to leach those salts. But since you do, since your irrigation water has salts, then you will have to increase these 375 milliliters that your substrate can hold. You will have to increase it by a quantity, by a certain quantity that depends on the leaching fraction that you want to apply. And so here we can calculate applied sub R for recommended equals 375 milliliters divided by 1 minus our leaching fraction. And our recommended leaching fraction for our previous video is 0.3. So 1 minus 0.3 equals 535 milliliters. That is the volume of water that I would have to apply to my container in order to achieve this 30% leaching fraction. Again, notice that 375 milliliters is the volume that my substrate can hold, but I apply a little bit more water in order to leach my salts. And again, if the salinity of my irrigation water had been higher, I would have used a higher leaching fraction, and so I would have applied more water. The extreme case is where the irrigation salinity is 0. It doesn't really happen, but if the irrigation water salinity was 0, then my leaching fraction will be 0, and I would apply exactly 375 milliliters. That is the volume that my substrate can hold. So this 535 milliliters is how much I should irrigate given the salinity of my irrigation water. We hope that this series of videos helped you and that it was informational and educational. If you have any question about this concept, please don't hesitate to call me. This is my email written like right here, and this is my phone number, my cell phone number written right here. And please call me if you have any question about these concepts. And it's been a great pleasure being with you for this series of videos, and I will see you in the next series. Thank you very much.